Welcome to IHIP News Pumps. What you got?
Okay, so as we are all aware, wildfires going just unbelievably horrific in California. People are dying, losing their homes. They said over 1,000 homes have been lost in the Palisades. And so Donald Trump takes to Truth Social to blame Gavin Newsom for this problem. Then he blames Joe Biden. Then he blames the duo. I mean, we're talking cap locks. And when he is the president, he's going to bring beautiful, clean water. And my question after, why is he governing from social media? That's a separate question. Someone needs to explain natural disasters to him. He and the MAGA faithful, they're talking about hurricanes and tornadoes being controlled by the Democrats. Now, wildfires, it makes no sense that he does not understand wind, rainfall. He doesn't understand the basic nature of a hurricane or a wildfire. And he is just, stupid shit is rolling downhill.
Well, yes, because you remember when there was a hurricane and he was president and he took that Sharpie and he changed the trajectory of the hurricane, the hit zone. And then we have Marjorie Taylor Greene that claims the Democrats are controlling the weather. Right. But of course, he's politicizing this because California is a blue state. Right. Gavin Newsom is a very popular blue state governor.
Attractive.
Yeah, he has all of the things that Trump is not: attractive, athletic, smart, articulate, all of the compassionate, empathetic, all of the things. So, of course, he politicizes that immediately because he assumes all of the people in Los Angeles didn't vote for him. And that's how he sees somebody's worth as an individual. And that's the fundamental difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. Yes, Hillary Clinton called you all a basket of deplorables. And I believe she was right, and I don't think she went far enough.
Agree.
But Hillary Clinton's policies and every fiber in her would fight for the working class of the United States, and she would fight for integrity and decency. Are there problems with every president? Yes, there is. It is a tough job for tough people that have thick skin. But that's the fundamental difference. When tragedy strikes red states, Joe Biden immediately, remember Kitten Hills DeSantis, yes. The president immediately, we're working with the feds immediately. And then they try to criticize the government assistance as not being fast enough. But there's always one side that politicizes life, whether it be abortion, whether it be quality of life with minimum wage, whether it be children that are shot in schools. There's always one party, and it's that religious party, that always politicizes life, and it's gross and disgusting. But you mentioned Truth Social, and I had this bookmarked, and I believe you were out of town, and I've been meaning to read this to you and our listener for quite some time. I think this was last week or the week before. Okay, Donald Trump put this on his Truth Social, and it says, "I am pleased to announce Morgan Ortagus as Deputy Special Presidential Envoy for Middle East Peace to the Honorable Stephen Witkoff. Early on, Morgan fought me for 3 years, but hopefully has learned her lesson. These things usually don't work out, but she has strong Republican support, and I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for them. Let's see what happens. She will hopefully be an asset to Steve, a great leader and talent, as we seek to bring calm and prosperity to a very troubled region." This is who he nominated. This is what he wrote.
This is his announcement.
This is his announcement. She didn't like me for 3 years. Right. This probably isn't going to work out. But the Republicans kind of like her, so yeah, fuck it.
I don't really give a shit about peace anyway.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it.
We'll do it live.
Who cares?
Well, could you imagine if Obama or Biden or Kamala Harris somebody in their staff type something out like that and put that up? I'm nominating Pete Buttigieg. I thought he was kind of a dick for a really long time, but you know what? Everybody seems to like him, so let's see what happens. They would lose their minds. It's unbelievable, the standard that Democrats are held to.
Right.
It is unbelievable. This is so buried in the heaping dog pile of shit that this motherfucker does day in, day out, that I think it's been sitting bookmarked for me for like 10 days or something. I've been meaning to tell you all about it because now he's talking about the Gulf of America and all this other crazy shit. Don Jr.'s out making announcements. Hi, I'm Don Jr. and I don't do cocaine.
Right.
You know, we have to, and it's crazy, but that's not normal.
That is not normal. None of this is normal. Criticizing a governor in the middle of a natural disaster is not normal. Not saying, you know, I'm concerned about the lives lost. It's all just attack, attack, attack. And here is something that I find so fascinating. If he has control of all this beautiful, clear water, why doesn't he stop the wildfires now? And why, during the entire campaign, he could have done the removal of Afghanistan better and quicker, despite the fact that he was president for 4 years, but that's here to there. How he could stop the war in the Middle East. He could stop the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Okay, so not only have you done nothing in that regard, now you're wanting to take over the Panama Canal, Greenland, and annex Canada. So are you going to start wars or stop wars? I mean, it doesn't appear to me that anybody is asking the right questions in media. Why the fuck are you talking about the Gulf of America? Why aren't you presenting us policy regarding your campaign promises? Instead, you know, I did see a couple reports about, well, you know, he's calling Gavin Newsom new scum. The point is, he's not serving the people. If he is so powerful, then make it stop. If you're so great, when you're president, everything's going to be so great, and this is all Joe Biden's fault. You're at like 10 days, 20 days, something like that. Fucking make it stop. Do something. Give us a plan of how you're going to do it besides clean, beautiful water.
This is a man who ran on the campaign promise that he was going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. He was a disaster. The thing that he did is he gave the ultra wealthy a massive, massive tax cut that added so much debt to our national deficit. Trillions of dollars. None of the Republicans give a shit about the budget when they're slashing taxes. And what happens is all of his buddies get a tax break, and then the working class starts to absorb that. And so this is a very parasitic, transactional man. And that was 1.0. So 2.0 is going to be horrific, because as horrible as I thought all of the people that he appointed in his first term were, this new round, his bench, oh my God, it makes the starting lineup look, I'm like, what happened to John Bolton? And I hate that motherfucker.
Right.
You know, I mean, Bill Barr, who would have thought that would have been somebody? He's awful.
He's awful.
He's absolutely corrupt and terrible. So there's the media, when the media is completely complicit in so much of this, because the headlines should constantly be, Trump acting like schoolyard bully while Californians are dying.
Right.
That should be what the headline is. Trump politicizing death in California. But it never happens. I don't have any expectation that corporate media is going to do anything other than kiss the ring and follow the lead of the tech bros.
Right.
The way he's announcing and appointing people, it's like, we have a business here. It's like, hey, we have an announcement to make. We've hired Jane. We think she's a total and has been for at least the last 3 years, but our listeners really like her. So usually these things don't go well, but we're going to give her a try.
We're going to see how it goes.
We're going to roll the dice.
Here's the thing on the bench situation, Trump 2.0. Let's remember the turnover he had in all the cabinet positions, staffing positions. This is the first team of Trump 2.0. Can you imagine when we start rolling through firings, who those people are going to be? The people that are worse than these people, and they're out there.
It's just, it's it's horrific to think about because you have so many like broken people with major inner child issues. And I mean that sincerely. I think a lot of these people, you can look down the list, like Trump, mommy plus daddy issues.
Right.
You know, Pete Hegseth, huge titty baby, had to have his mom go do an apology tour for him. Alcohol, yes, needs to go to rehab. Also, he is, didn't he cover up sexual assault and pay off alleged sexual assault?
He's sexual irregularities in his background. All of these people, sexual irregularities, but it kind of goes back to all the bro culture. Like, we'll do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is we're fucked. We'll see you guys later.